What's up, everybody? Luigi here. And what's that? Huh? What'd you say? Oh, you thought I was going to do a video game today, like a gameplay, or maybe talk about something like retro, maybe something new, or maybe even another Final Fantasy 14 event. Final Fantasy 14 is pretty popular on here. Well, guess what? I did too. Because you see, in my last video, I talked about false copyright claims, and I thought I would be one and done. I would bring it up and mention it and say, this is what's happening to my channel. I'm getting false claimed, and then I would be able to move on. And, as I fight these little claims off. And today I was going to do a fun video. As you know, I played Decap Attack, last week or whatever. Well, I found out that that was a westernized version of a Japanese game. So I got my hands on the Japanese game, and I was going to play that version of, Decap Attack and just show you, because I thought that'd be cool. Well, before that, I went ahead and recorded a Final Fantasy 14 video, because those are my safest videos. Like, I've only had a couple get claimed, and the only reason they got claimed was they used music from another Final Fantasy game in Final Fantasy 14, and I think that's why they got claimed. But all the Final Fantasy 14 music has never been claimed. Like, it doesn't get claimed unless it was like, Final Fantasy 12 theme or something that was in 14. Then it got claimed for some reason. But they were false claims too. And I even have the guidelines website from Square Enix about Final Fantasy 14. It says all the rules, everything I do, everything I can't do, and it's even got the songs I can't play. And I go by that, perfect. Because I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I don't want to, do something I'm not supposed to. I want to be, perfect and go by the book. Well, I made my newest Final Fantasy 14 video and scheduled it for Saturday. And as soon as it hit 100%, it got claimed. That's right. It got claimed by Warner Chapel. I don't know what it is, but a lot of content creators have had a lot of problems from Warner Chapel. And I understand they're a big music group and they own all this shit. And there's just so many hands in the cookie jars. There's you got composers, and then they compose the music, but then, maybe this company helps them to sell the CDs or whatever and stuff online. And then you got, there's just too many hands, all around. So I go through all the trouble of looking up who composed it, when did they compose it, who helped them publish it, does anybody else have the rights to it, what else has it been in? I go through all that trouble. I email companies about games and ask them what I can play, what I can use, whatever. And most of them are cool. It's like, oh, yeah, because, it's free advertising. They're like, oh, yeah, you can do it in fair use. You can play it. You can use their music, whatever. It's totally fine. Most people are okay with it. I know years back, Nintendo had a problem with it, but they've came around and they don't mind anymore. I mean, they figured out, hey, it's free advertising. This person can play this game and show it off, and then other people see it and think it's cool. They might want to get it. These false claimers, man, they're pissing me off. Because Final Fantasy 14 has been my safe haven, and Warner Chapel claimed like this much of a song from my newest dungeon video. And what makes me mad about it is they claimed a song that has played in previous Final Fantasy videos that I've made that didn't get claimed at all. I even went back and I looked, and I seen dungeon after dungeon after dungeon. It wasn't even a new music they claimed. It was an old music that I've played previously on my channel before without any problem, without no difficulty whatsoever. And I went back, played the old video. I listened to the music. It's the exact same thing. But for some reason, they're like, you know what? We don't own that, but we own this one. Yeah, he made a video talking about copyright claims. Let's get his ass. I don't know. I feel like I'm being targeted now or something, because I've already got a bunch of claims, but that one pissed me off. I'm like, this video shouldn't be claimed. I'm good here. And then that one gets claimed. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I reached out to Team YouTube on Twitter, And I hate to say it, you know, Team YouTube, they're cool. Most of the time they give you a bot response, but one of the responses they gave me before when I was talking about copyright claims is they, you know, punish abusers that, you know, abuse the claims, but that's not true, because a simple Google search will show you that all these people, you know, Warner Chappell, the APRA, CS, Concord Publishing, like, you can look it up. A simple Google search will show you like all these people false claim all the damn time, like all the time. And I guess not once have they got in trouble, because they're still doing it. And so I don't understand that, because they say they do that, but clearly they don't, because, or if they have, you know, they got so much money they can just keep claiming and not get in trouble. I don't know, but I reached out to Team YouTube again, and they just gave me a generic response like, yeah, you may not understand why they're claiming your video, oh, blah, 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 this and that. Just dispute it, you know. If you feel that you're in the right, it's like, I shouldn't have to dispute it. I shouldn't have to. And when I do dispute it and I provide all the information out there, they should drop their claim. I mean, they're quick. Like, as soon as my upload hits 100% in private, I'm the only one that can see it. No one else in the world can see it. They claim my video in private. How do they even know? It's because it's a bot. But they shouldn't even be allowed to do that. The video's not even, you know, it's not even public. Nobody can see it. They claim it in private, and that's what pisses me off. And when they claim my videos, they always claim like a minute. Sometimes less than a minute, sometimes a little more than a minute, but that is it. I'll make a 30-minute video, they claim this much every time. That's how I know it's a false claim. Now, I've messed up a couple of times and used something that I didn't know was actually owned by anybody, and I got claimed, and I'm like, who's this? And I looked it up, and I did find out like really quick they actually owned it. I'm like, well, I don't mind them claiming, you know, then it's like, yeah, I messed up, my bad. You can claim it, make money off of it. That's cool. You know, I appreciate that. It's like, yeah, they made this. This is their work. And, you know, they want to claim it and, you know, make money. That's fine. But when a company's like, hey, you can do a let's play. You can play our music as long as you use our gameplay. They lay down the rules, give them all to me. I go buy the book, you know. And then some random ass company claims it. That's what makes me mad. Because I go out of my way. It's not like I just do stuff at random. I'll email the company. I'll look up when the game was made, who composed it, when they composed it, where it was composed at. You know, sometimes there's other companies that help them out with stuff. So I'll look that up, see if they had any, you know, like a company licensed it and to use it. And I'll look up all that stuff. It's not like I just randomly do this shit, you know, and like, I hope this don't get claimed. No, I actually look into it. That's what makes me so mad. I take the time to look into it just to see, you know, like, oh, because I want to go buy the book, and they still claim me. But I just want to tell you guys, I know I'm ranting because I'm just pissed off. This is like, it's not fair to us, because we can dispute them and then they make us wait 30 days, or they can even decide to reject my dispute and they can give me a strike on my channel. But if I win the dispute, which I have every single time, they don't get in any trouble at all. They can continue to do it. Like, they can literally, like, they claim this one song or this one part of the song. If I uploaded another video using that tiny portion, they could do it again and again and again, and they won't stop. That's what I hate. You would think if you disputed and won against them with, you know, that one song, they could never do it again. Or, you know, for any YouTuber for that matter. It's like, okay, we disputed a song. You don't own the rights to it, so they can't do it no more. They're not allowed to claim it anymore. Well, they can still claim it. That's what's messed up. But anyways, I know this is kind of a rant or whatever. I was supposed to do a gameplay today, and I didn't do it because I'm just pissed off. I got another claim on something that shouldn't have got claimed, because I have all the rules and guidelines and everything from that saying that everything's okay, but I still get claimed by random ass fucking companies. But I know most of you out there are small creators that are watching me, or maybe you're just a viewer. I don't know. And if you're a large creator, that's freaking awesome. I appreciate you all the same. But from my experience, you know, you do what you want. You know, I'm not liable for your channel or whatever you want to do. But from my personal experience and from what I've seen from larger YouTubers, dispute these assholes every time. Don't let them make a cent off of you. They have millions of dollars anyway. They don't deserve any of your money. Like, even if you're not monetized like me, I'm not even monetized, but they can run ads on my channel and monetize, like in certain countries, my video. So they're earning money off me. How's that fair? I'm not earning any money off of it. Where's my money? You're a $1 million corporation, and here I am, I got like $5 on me and some coffee. But come on, it's like, dispute these assholes every time. But I just want to say, before you dispute them, I want you to be like me. Be thorough. Contact the company if you don't know. Find some guidelines, some rules to Let's Plays. A lot of companies, start having those now. Just know that each company is different. They're not all going to be the same. Like, Konami's going to be different from Square Enix, and Capcom's going to be different from Ubisoft or something, and that's just how it is. And even if you take a game like, we'll just say Konami, for instance, like Konami has like Silent Hill, and then they have Metal Gear. Well, Silent Hill's rules may be different from Metal Gear's, even though the same company owns them. The music can be, totally separate. The rules could apply differently. So, just keep that in mind. Be sure to get all your facts straight. Look up the company that claimed you. Find out everything you can about them. Some of them I've noticed have like, a search tab where you can search for music and stuff, or composers. And I will look through that and see if I see them there. And then I'll, use search engines and whatnot. But before you dispute, just make sure you get all your facts straight. Claim that it's fair use. You're not just putting their music out there to let people listen to it. You're actually playing a game, you're adding, some kind of value to it, in some way. You don't want to just like take their music and run with it. Of course, make it transformative, because fair use is a gray area. One could argue that you could just play a game and that's fair use, and because it's your gameplay, technically kind of fair use. But or other people will be like, no, you got to make it more transformative. You have to talk. You need to do this. You need to do that. I mean, it's fair use is a very gray area, whatever. But just make sure you have everything, like the composer's name, the people who made the game, when the game come out, when the music was composed. Because I've been claimed by some companies that weren't even around when these games were made. Like, the song come out, this company didn't even exist. And now this company is claiming this. Nah, that's fake. Fake. So just be on the lookout for that, because that happens too. And, sometimes over time, stuff could change. This song may have not been owned by somebody, and then somebody bought the rights to it. So just do your due diligence and look up everything that you possibly can and get all the information, and make sure you fill up that whole section. It's like, I think you get 2,000 letters you can write. I fill it up to like the max. Like, I put everything I possibly can in there. And when you dispute them, don't be an asshole. I know you want to, because I do. I just want to be like, hey, bitch, you don't own this. Leave me alone. Stop claiming me. This is like the 5th time you've claimed me, and every time I dispute you, I always win. Don't do that. You want to be like, hello, good sir, good madam. It seems that you have claimed my video. Perhaps it was by mistake, because you claimed the music blah 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 blah, but blah 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 is owned by blah blah, and the composer is blah 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 blah, and it was made in blah 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 blah, and your company was founded in blah 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 blah, and when I looked up your company is stationed in blah 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 blah, but the song was made in blah 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 blah. So there's no way that there's any connection to this, and I think this was made in error. So if you don't mind, could you please take your copyright claim off my channel? I love you. Good day, sirs. Stay safe and have a good day. I mean, basically, you want to kiss their ass somewhat, because if they want to, they can, you know, reject your dispute. And if they do that, they can take down your video, also copyright strike your video. So I don't dispute more than 2 at once, because 3 strikes, you're out. So I dispute 2 videos at a time. That's what pisses me off when they hold them for 30 days. When they hold them for 30 days and I get another claim, I can't dispute it because I don't want to have 3 going. Then all of a sudden they just decide, all 3 of them say, nah, we all reject your shit, and then my channel gets taken down. And it's not fair that they can do that. Like, they get in no trouble when we dispute and win, but if they decide to reject a dispute, you know, we could get, you know, a channel strike or whatever. However, we can choose to dispute it again, but that means it's court time, or at least that's what I heard from everybody else. You know, that means, you know, you have to go to court and argue and fight over fair use. And I think that's bull. Like, it shouldn't be that way. Anyways, my gameplays are coming. I'm still working on Castlevania Bloodlines. I just pushed it back because all this bullshit, because they keep claiming, you know, Castlevania videos. And if you look at my catalog, I've played a lot of Konami games with no problems at all. But now all of a sudden it's turned into a problem. But anyways, guys, glad you listened to my angry rant, and hopefully you get some kind of value out of this. You know, if you go to dispute somebody, just be really nice. Make sure you get all the facts. You should win every time, unless they just want to be an asshole. But so far, you know, I've done like Concord, I've done Warner Chappell, and all these random ass companies no one's ever heard of. And I've won every single time. You know, with good faith, you know, fair use. Make sure to send, I even send them links. If I can find a link somewhere to a website that shows the rules and stuff, I'll send that to them too. Like I said, angry rant, should have been a video game today, but that's okay. You know, every once in a while I should do a vlog and tell the audience what's going on anyways. So yeah, that's what's going on with my channel. Just lots of freaking claims. They kind of ruined my Spooktober for me because I had more planned. But guess what? Spooktober is going to run into overtime for me, so I'm still going to play some spoopy games, and, you know, Halloween forever. So never ends for me because I love Halloween. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the love and support. And hopefully this video won't get claimed, and I'll see you all in the next one.